it's like just mentally draining. Like I'll sit there and I just like after like 12 hours sitting at the computer, just kind of lose it a little bit. So coming out and biking really kind of, you know, exercise is good for the brain. So I enjoy doing both.
Do you ever worry about getting fat from sitting in the office all day and coding?
Yeah, because I'm kind of addicted to French fries.
We would go to these computer shows, there's these huge warehouses where they'd sell like computer parts, and you know, I'd walk around and be like, can I get that, can I get that, and just like, he would actually buy, I mean like it would take a little bit of convincing, but like he would actually buy me these like expensive computer parts, like a CPU upgrade that would be like $200, you know, for a little 12-year-old kid, you know, it's like, you know, I really appreciated that about him. Like he was willing to spend, you know, money that he didn't really have on getting me things so that I can like tinker around and play with. Mostly just to make my video games run better, but like, he knew I was also like, you know, into, you know, building websites too. So. You know, sometime in middle school when I started playing a lot of like video games online, and I was really into creating these like fan sites for the games that I was playing. It's like StarCraft and like Command and Conquer. Like I was really into it, and I was actually more into building these fan sites than I was into playing the game itself. I really liked the game, but like just like being able to create like a community where people came and like, you know, you provided a service for them. They can come and like download a map or like, you know, read up on some tips and tricks, and it's just like, it felt good to like know that people are using like something you built to like do something better with whatever they're doing, whether it's video games or whatever.
We're going to be field testing the new app that I've been working on, which is going to have better location tracking, and essentially we're just testing it so that battery life is okay and that we're not going to run out of batteries. Yeah, there's a lot of companies out there that'll deliver very specific like niche products, but we do everything. We'll do your grocery shopping, we'll go get you an iPhone charger from Best Buy, we'll pick up your mail for you, we'll go pick up Shake Shack for you. So all grocery store requests would be free. So this isn't just for, you know, the rich person, it's accessible for everybody. Alright, so we just got a new request.
I remember during summer school, you know, some of my friends would be like after class they'd go hang out, and I shouldn't have, but I felt a little ashamed of being a nerd. So I'd kind of just lie about it. I'd want to go home and work on these like websites that I was building, but it's just like, you know, people would call me nerd whenever I like talked about it, so I didn't really talk about it too much. So I had a lot of online friends that I talked about it with, but you know, I'd kind of lie about it and say like, you know, I'm tired, I want to go home, but it was really just to, you know, work on my stuff.
We are at the Wunwun headquarters. We're gonna move out soon, but this is our temporary Brooklyn Ford station.
Thank you.
This is the office. Laptops, computers, We have a TV here we never use. And this is where it all happens. Just sit here all day and type. It's pretty boring. We've been in 1, 2, 3, 4. This is our 4th space in the past year and a half. We first started at Projective Space. It's like a shared space in Soho and Lower East Side. And then we worked out of the Field Collective, which is it's on Prince and Broadway. It's like a shared space that was started by an app development agency called Field. Then we worked out of my apartment for 2 months in Hell's Kitchen, and then we moved here. A lot of people that we've talked to or that have visited, they like that we're working out of an apartment. Just, you know, I mean, I guess you get that feel of like the startup life or whatever. But in reality, it's just like, it's just more cost effective. Yeah. Being a software developer at Wunwun is great because I get to write code that helps people improve their lives. I guess the reason why I wanted to was mostly because of my dad. You know, he immigrated to America and he had 2 kids, was a busboy and then was a waiter, and then you know, blue collar worker, he's worked at Sealy mattresses for the past 35 years. He's never taken a risk in his life, and I highly, highly respect him for that. Because, you know, he wanted to get me and my sister through college, and he didn't want anything to get in the way of that. And so I would say he kind of took a risk, only in the sense that he took a risk on his kids, to kind of, you know, take it to the next step. I believe that in the future, the less you know about technology, the more you'll get bullied. I think. I think it's gonna be like a 180 switch. It's like the more you know about science and technology, like the cooler you're gonna be. Part of my inspiration for being an entrepreneur is to be able to, you know, one day help. Just help kids be more knowledgeable about technology so that they can better protect themselves in the future. You know, there's all these issues regarding privacy and, like, you know, kids post pictures of themselves up online, and it's just like, you have to understand that, like, you know, you put stuff up and it's kind of there permanently. I want these kids to be able to collaborate with, you know, collaborate with each other and build things that either improve their own lives. Maybe it's like something fun, maybe it's video game related, or it's something that helps out their family or their school or their city, their community. I just want them to, like, think about solving problems with technology.
But what if someone really wants to do something but they just don't have any money?
If you're passionate enough about your project, you'll find someone who is also passionate about it. I think the biggest thing with investors is that the product matters, but most investors invest in people, you know, the team. And if the team is passionate about what they're doing, someone will notice, and someone will, you know, they'll throw money in.